ARK can be played in many different ways, attracting many different players through PvE and PvP. Here's 50 types of ARK player that I have met in-game. So which one are you? Let's get straight into it. Kicking things off, we have the notorious Beach Bob. Typically found in PvP, they will build their thatch huts while attempting to learn how to play the game. They may even tame a dodo or two, and then their humble abode gets smashed in, they get KO'd by another player, and force-fed narco berries with no idea what's going on. The Beach Bob almost never makes it off the beach, and probably quits the game early on. Next up, we have the Grinder. This person usually goes out to gather resources all day, every day, returns to base just to craft bullets, weapons, armor, and whatever the tribe needs. They will do this all day, every day, rinse and repeat. In at number 3 is the throw anything anywhere type of guy. The tribe likes to keep things in order, the ammo in the ammo vault, the weapons in the weapons vault, the blueprints in the blueprints vault, etc, etc. And then you have that one tribe mate that likes to come along and throw anything anywhere without a care in the world. I must admit, I have had a friend that does this in our tribe a lot, and oh my days, it's frustrating. In at number 4 is the Tamer. This type of ARK player knows the ins and outs of taming any creature in the game. You're the tribe mate that gets summoned whenever the tribe needs to tame a max level creature. Whatever the species, whatever the location, you will find it and you will tame it at maximum taming efficiency. Perfectly leading us on to the next type of player, the Breeder. You take care of all the breeding lines, keeping everything in check, knowing where and which dinos have mutations in what stats. You are a very organized player and most likely rarely leave the base except for when your babies need feeding. The only mess you'll ever experience is when you have to slaughter a load of babies because they didn't take the stats you desire. Poor babies. In at number 6 is the Builder. Of course, there is always going to be that one guy or girl that is the most talented builder within every tribe. Whenever the tribe has any building demands, you're right there to take care of the task at hand. Therefore, you will most likely need assistance from the Grinder to stack up on resources for all those structures needed for your future build. In at number 7 is the useless army tamer. Playing ARK the traditional way wasn't good enough for you. You don't like to use meta creatures for anything, so you'll go out and find anything to tame that might even be considered useless or underrated. You discover new strengths within these creatures, and once you find your preferred creature that you've been looking for so long, you'll tame and breed up an army to see what they can do. Not sure if anyone else has tamed up a Dimorph or Vulture army, but they will shred absolutely anything and everything. So are they really useless? I'm not even sure anymore. The Resource Enthusiast is up next. You know the ins and outs of gathering every resource in the game and where the best spots are on the map for gathering specific resources. I am definitely guilty of being a Resource Enthusiast. I knew all the best metal run locations. A very similar player to the Grinder, however back in the day I would just gather metal aimlessly for no reason other than knowing I would need it later on for something. In at number 9 is the Social Club Goer. You're that tribe mate that constantly flies around the island looking for someone to make friends with. You don't even care who it is, Beach Bob or even advanced players. You land next to them, begin talking in game chat awaiting a response. I had a tribe mate that did this all the time back in the day. He tribed up with random people he met out on the beach, and one day he lost focus on his surroundings, flew right over a base and got ripped to shreds by their turrets. What a hero. Taking the number 10 spot is the Loot Goblin. You are the tribe mate that has loot on the mind non-stop. Knowing all the best loot locations on the map, like the back of your hand. Knowing exactly which crates drop what type of loot. And you spend day in, day out farming loot. This is 100% me in this game. I remember I would run desert drops all day on Scorched Earth when the map first released. With a super fast Poison Wyvern pumped in movement speed only, I could loot desert drops in just under a few minutes. And no one else on the server could loot them because I would set timers for when the loot crates would respawn and I would rinse and repeat it all day. In at number 11 we have the Troll, the prankster of the tribe. You're that tribe mate that hunts down your other tribe mates when they are sleeping, either pumping them full of narco berries or smacking them on the head with a club so that they wake up in a never-ending sleep. You'll mix it up from time to time by placing bear traps around the base where your tribe mates will least expect it, and place them down right underneath where they are sleeping for them to wake up into when they log on next. Your secret weapon is a pair of scissors. No tribe mate is ever safe from receiving a fresh new trim whenever you're around. In at number 12 is the Noob. You're the tribe mate that plays with far more experienced players that will hold your hand and teach you how to play the game. Whenever you do attempt to do things yourself, you usually mess it up. In at number 13 is the sweaty PvPer. You are the PvP god. The perfect hotbar layout, the perfect character build, you name it, this guy has it. You know exactly what to do in every situation of PvP. No encounter is ever a problem for this player. In at number 14 is the Lore Lord. You're the player that is a real story enthusiast, exploring every nook and cranny of the map to discover each and every explorer note and dossier, unfolding all those adventures from the survivors that once walked the earth. Although it may not seem like a valuable type of player, however, these freaks know the locations of every note, meaning they can be useful in rewarding the tribe with some tasty XP buffs when needed. In at number 15, we have the Completionist. You're that tribemate that goes out of their way to track their own progress through the game page, with the full focus of trying to 100% complete the game by unlocking all the achievements and trophies. You will never sleep well at night until you unlock that elusive Apex Predator trophy. Taking the number 16 spot is the Lone Wolf. The solo player is the definition of a jack of all trades. You play the game alone, having no tribemates to cover all those important tasks, so you do it all yourself. If you somehow don't know how to perform a certain task, you have to find a way because no one else will. You are content with playing solo or sticking to single player, because who needs friends anyway? In at number 17 is the Prison Warden. You are that annoying player that prowls the beaches or anywhere else that you can find low-level survivors. You will hunt them down, KO them, and keep them alive from the comfort of a wooden cage. This did actually happen to me before, and I have the full story recreated here in this video. It's an amazing video that I'm super proud of, so I highly recommend checking it out. Link will be in the description of the video. In at number 18 is the Crafting Skill Fanatic. You're that tribemate that is obsessed with owning the best gear possible. You will commonly down a mind wipe and pump all those levels into crafting skill. If you are one of the more committed types, you may even own a second account dedicated to crafting items only. In at number 19 is the Water Boy. You will spend the majority of your time exploring the ocean. If you aren't living off the ocean, you aren't thriving and surviving. You will make it your mission to tame every water creature and probably have your own water base to live in. You just love the ocean. It's as simple as that. In at number 20 is the Painter. Your idea of the perfect base is seeing everything with a lick of paint, including yourself and your weapons, all suited and booted, looking the part, ready for exploring. In at number 21 is the Weird Stats Person. There's always a player that likes to pump their levels into useless stats. Maybe you feel like you need a higher food and water stat so you don't starve or dehydrate as often. Or maybe you feel like you want to breathe for longer underwater, so you just waste a load of your points leveling the oxygen stat. In at number 22 is the Rat Hole Dweller. Most likely a PvP only type of player, as I don't think I've ever known a PvE player to live in a rat hole. But yes, you are a mole and you like to live in a hole. With your main goal of staying hidden from every tribe on the server, you are a ghost. In at number 23 is the Tribe Leader. You will typically boss other tribe members around, giving them tasks to perform, while sitting around the base or flying around the map, not doing a lot other than thinking of the next task you can give your tribe mates. You will trick them all into believing that you're extremely busy when really you don't actually contribute much to the tribe at all. In at number 24 is the Creative Mode Cheeser. You're the player that usually resorts to going into creative mode as you're having a hard time with the game, usually crafting or spawning in items, even creatures if you're struggling to find those too. Anything to make your life easier from the comfort of GCM. In at number 25 is probably a very common player in this game, and it is the only log in every now and then type of player. You will typically be on a break from ARK, but you don't want to lose your base or your beloved creatures, so you log into ARK every so often to refresh the decay rate on your base. You will also probably have to feed a few of your creatures that you keep out and about, and that is it. You log out and come back again a week later. In at number 26 is the Creature Collector. You make it your mission to tame everything in the game. You also have a side quest of taming anything with cool colors. Doesn't matter what creature it is, if it looks pretty, you will tame it. In at number 27, we have the Troublemaker. You're that tribemate that likes to wind up other tribes. If you spot any beach bobs prowling the beaches, they are as good as dead. You do not care who you wind up, beach bobs or alpha tribe members. It doesn't matter to you. If you can at least get your one a day of winding someone up, means you have completed your mission. You're always out and about waiting for that perfect moment to pounce and ruin someone's day. You really are a liability to any tribe. In at number 28, we have the chef. You spend most of your time cooking up a storm in the kitchen. You have a brew or remedy for every occasion, keeping your tribe mates in tip-top shape with all the required consumables they need whenever out exploring. Your kitchen is your pride and joy, and if anyone gets in your way, why, you go all Gordon Ramsay on them.
Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
In at number 29 is the only show up when needed type. You're that tribe mate that rarely ever plays the game, but once called upon by your fellow tribe mates, they can always rely on you to show up when the time is right. In at number 30 is the OCD housekeeper. You are the tribe mate that keeps everything organized in the base. All the creatures are nicely lined up, every single storage container is labeled, and every item and consumable has its rightful place. The throw anything anywhere type of guy is your worst nightmare. In at number 31 is the pirate. You spend your days living off a raft, and with the constant threat of the lead sick fees lingering below, doesn't even stop you in your dreams. You will always be the captain of your trusty ship, and nothing will ever change that. In at number 32 is the dinosaur enthusiast. You are the player that knows everything about dinosaurs, most likely seen as a know-it-all by other tribe members, and will typically appreciate the dinosaurs in-game, but also criticize the game developers for flaws in their designs. In at number 33 is Robin Hood. You are the nicest member of the tribe with a very kind heart. You will typically come across less fortunate survivors out in the wild, and feel bad for them because you know the pain and suffering they are about to endure during the early stages of the game. You live up to the legend's name, giving away your items, but then feel bad knowing you haven't given them enough. So you give them some tamed creatures while you're at it. You're a real good egg. In at number 34 is the shoulder pet addict. You are the tribe mate that is addicted to taming shoulder pets. You keep a collection of them in your bedroom. You feel comfort in knowing that they are always around after a tough day exploring the ARK world. You feel naked without one perched on your shoulder. In at number 35 is the Iceman. You're that tribe mate that likes to live like a real survivalist. Playing ARK in the warmer temperatures was not a difficult enough challenge for you, therefore you choose to live in the coldest climate that the map has to offer. You are eagerly awaiting Ragnarok's murder snow when the map comes to ARK Survival Ascended. Only then will you reach your full survivor potential. In at number 36 is the Hoarder. Whether it is resources, loot, items, anything in the game, you will carry as much of it as possible if your character can still walk. Your inventory typically looks like a total mess of items because you simply can't seem to leave anything back at base. You probably don't even need half of the items, but you carry it all like an absolute beast. In at number 37 is the Meleeist. You prefer to use your character's ability to wield weapons over any species of creature or dino in the game by pumping that damage stat. If a certain task poses too much of a threat on foot, you will then finally decide to use a creature that will allow you to wield your weapons when mounted, using that creature as a tank so that you can carry out serving justice with your own strength and power. In at number 38 is the mod enthusiast. Vanilla ARK is out of the question for you. You may have never even played ARK without mods. You know everything there is to know about every mod on the market. You check the mod store daily in hopes that new mods have popped up for you to check out. In at number 39 is of course going to be the vanilla enjoyer. You're that player that despises mods. It's either the vanilla way or the highway. You love the grind of ARK, and nothing beats this game the way it was meant to be played. You actually feel like you are cheating if for some reason you end up using mods. In at number 40 is the Easy Rider. You despise grindy games, so you whack every single setting up to 10 times. If you aren't going to insta-tame something as soon as you knock it out, then you are working too hard. If you aren't gathering 10k metal from one metal node and heading back home in time for cornflakes, you are working too hard. In at number 41 is the Loner. You are the tribe mate that plays either PvP or PvE and casually plays with the constant fear of interacting with other players, which may be even due to horrible players ruining your experience when you first started out as a beach bob. The way your mind works now is that you have enough friends in real life and you don't need to make any more in-game, so you shy away from interacting with anyone at all while building as far away as possible from anyone on the server. In at number 42 is the Popcorn Maker, most likely only seen in a PvP setting, where you've blown into someone else's base with the main focus of emptying every single storage container. If you can't carry the loot yourself, then no one else can have it. In at number 43 is the Scout, a common type of player that can be found typically in PvP but also in PvE. Maybe there is a certain creature that the tribe needs to tame, while they send out the Scout to find said creature. In PvP, the Scout is of course tasked with hunting down enemy tribes, pinpointing their base location, and highlighting any weaknesses in their defenses. In at number 44 is the Nomad. You're that player that is always on the move, never content with sticking around in any location for too long. You change base location more than you change your underwear. In at number 45 is the Reverse Raider, a very similar player to Robin Hood. However, you like to have a little more fun with it. You typically find someone that you can easily KO, and instead of stealing their goods, you give them loot instead. You find satisfaction in running off, hiding and spectating that player looking all confused by the encounter. In at number 46 is the Mod Developer. You used to be a veteran ARK player, but then you discovered modding and learned how to create something yourself up from the ground. You now spend the majority of your time making mods for others to enjoy, while you rarely have time to play the game yourself. In at number 47 is the Forever Thinker. You are the most prepared of survivors, as you are always planning ahead. Whether you play PvP or PvE, with great planning and research, you are always highly educated in every single situation the game presents to you. You are extremely cautious and have already weighed up all the potential outcomes of a situation before any events unfold. Therefore, you always have a get out of jail free card if things don't go your way. In at number 48 is the Mastermind. This is the smartest member of the tribe, always having a trick up their sleeve, whether it be PvP or PvE. This is the genius you depend on to devise a cunning plan of attack when needed. Captain Fat Dog is the man that comes to mind when I think of the word genius. Highly recommend checking out his channel for awesome creature traps and large scale builds. Him and Rastark did a mini PvP series where they trap players with his mind-bending player trap builds. It is highly entertaining. Link will be in the description of the video. In at number 49 is the Swamp Thing. You are the player that constantly has swamp fever. You even find it quite the thrill ride in being a carrier of the disease, due to the boost of movement speed, and also take pleasure in annoying innocent survivors simply just because of the fact that you can run up to them giving them a taste of your own medicine by infecting them through airborne transfer. In at number 50 is the Trader. You are the tribemate that takes care of all the trading that goes in and out of the tribe. You're always looking to strike up a deal whenever the time arises with neighboring tribes, with the sole focus of your tribe reaping the benefits. And throwing in one more for good luck, we have the Stress Head. There's always that one tribemate that panics every time something goes wrong. You are the complete opposite of the Forever Thinker, never planning anything and just going with the flow. Until something bad happens, then you are in hysterics. Your personality only really pairs well with tribemates, because you will no doubt quit the game without them there to carry you through these tough situations. And that is going to be the end of the video for today. I hope you all enjoyed it, and please let me know in the comments which type of player or players fit your style of play. I definitely attempted to cover all personalities in this video, which took much longer than expected, so if you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, goodbye.